Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome to a Fortnite update day video here on the channel. Now today was the version 37.40 update, which brought quite a lot with it in the form of K-pop Demon Hunters and Demon Rush over in Battle Royale and, well, the newly revamped Horde Rush. But the purpose of this video is Fortnite OG Season 6. The Cube has ascended into the sky once more, taking the Loot Lake Island with it, exposing corruption, wicked whirlpools, and the floating island with a fate seemingly tied to the smallest of wings. That's right, Epic are already teasing the butterfly event, because obviously this is a big one and potentially might be the last season of OG, as OG is currently expected to end at the end of November. And there's a lot backing this theory up, which we'll come on to in just a moment. But this season didn't have any key art, it's not really had any teasers or trailers, it's just here. So let's go and take a look at the reason why it's now even more plausible that this could be the end of OG. Look at the date that Chapter 1 Season 6 OG is supposed to end. November 29th, 2025. The same day Chapter 6 Mini Season 2 ends. This is the day that Chapter 6 as a whole will end, and we'll go into an extended downtime leading into Chapter 7. So it could just be that Chapter 7 will come and OG will continue with it. But it's unusual, because Chapter 6 is almost definitely going to end with a special live event. But so is OG Season 6 with the Butterfly event. Now, the Butterfly event might happen a few days before the end of the season, which is why I take this with a grain of salt. But my key theory running at the moment is that OG Season 6 is going to be the end of OG, because the Red Butterfly event is going to tie into Battle Royale Chapter 6. That's my current key running theory. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Now, going into Season 6, we have a new set of weeklies. The weeklies are now following the same pattern they have for the last two seasons. So, for your Week 0 quests, eliminations 5 with an assault rifle. Your deal damage is 400 damage with suppressed pistols or grenade launchers. They have lowered the damage this season, which is nice. Your 10 search chests is Greasy Grove or Salty Springs. And your random one this week is to deploy 2 Porta Forts. On top of that, we also have our Season 6 Greatest Hits quests, which this season are brought to you by the new Wolf Dire, Warwolf Dire. So, search 10 chests at Leaky Lake or Haunted Hills, it should be easy enough. These are basically quests that are exploring the new season. So dealing damage to players with a 6-shooter without reloading, that one might be a little bit annoying, as will eliminate players before the first storm circle closes. Travel distance in the air using balloons though is quite easy, as it's gaining shields at named locations as it's entering a rift in 3 different matches. Those are not too hard. Hit a player over 50 meters away with a quad launcher, that one might take you a little bit of time, not only to do the quest but to find the quad launcher in the first place. Visit 3 named locations in a single match, should be pretty easy. Land at Retail Row or Fatal Fields and reach 30 players remaining, shouldn't be too hard. And then finally collect a Chiller Trap, which a lot of people had forgotten that the Chiller Traps were introduced in Season 6, so it'll be nice to see those back. But without further ado, I've waffled enough. Take a look at the item shop. K-pop Demon Hunters are there. If you want to get them and you'd like to support the channel, we do have a supporter creator code. It is MJW. Anyone using it would be greatly appreciated. But if not, don't worry about it. Let's head straight into a match. Honestly, I think one of the weirdest things to think about is that the OG version of this season was literally 7 years ago. We're talking Halloween 2018. What is interesting is they have already activated the Fortnitemares Bus in this game mode, which is quite unusual, I must say. But the really unusual thing is the cube itself. So let's go and have a little look at this. So, a lot of you will remember that in Season 4, we had a red butterfly which infected the rocket launch vent, creating a red rift, which then created a red cube, which has then created red runes, which then created a red lake. The cube is back to purple, as are the runes. Why? Well, this is where it gets really weird. The mini cube stones, the shadow stones that you can collect that make you intangible and like a little shadowy demon, they're still red. So what exactly is going on there? Why is it that we have all this red to then lead into something being purple? Well, this is where it gets even weirder. For example, right here, we have red rifts forming. So the red isn't gone. The red is very much still there. But things have become a little bit unusual. The shadow stones that would originally have made you intangible no longer do that. Instead, they give you unlimited sprint. And frankly, it makes sense. That's almost exactly what the red cube was doing. So why have we suddenly got the shift back to purple? Now, the key theory that a lot of people have come up with that is going around circulating at the moment is that the cube itself on the cube island is going to change colour. And that is that effectively it is currently purple. It's going to go around the map eventually and start charging itself up at these runes, is it not? And when that happens, some people are theorising that the cube will return to a nice deep crimson, ready for an unusual butterfly event, where the butterfly event obviously gets altered. But until then, we actually are just making theories, which is naturally what this YouTube channel is all about. Obviously, the channel name is literally MJWFN Theories, FN being Fortnite, MJW being my initials, theories being, well, you can imagine. So, the theories that I'm going with is that we've not seen the end of the red, and it's obvious we've not seen the end of the red. Like, these little shadow stones are still red. The runes themselves are still different. And by that, I mean that, yeah, they're not red anymore, they might have changed back to purple. But actually, the entire design of the runes is different. So, when we first had Kevin the Cube back in 2018, Kevin had a set of 7 runes that he imprinted on the map. Those runes have been different with the red cube. The red cube had a different set of 7 runes, which is odd, but we still don't entirely know if that actually means anything too significant. What we do know is that effectively we have this situation where the runes are different, but they're back to being purple. Is the cube going around going to make them go back to red as well as itself? That is probably my running theory at the moment. It would make sense for Epic to do that. So, let's go down once more and take another look at that cube a little bit closer, shall we? One other little thing that I just want to mention as well with OG is the little map changes that are still true to the original, such as those cop cars there. It's nice to see the return of those cop cars and everything linked to them. So, this area is the same as it was. Nothing has actually changed here. This is still the proper OG Season 6 area, complete even with the purple cube. Like, the purple cube is exactly the same as it was originally. We can assume that once it's completed its little map tour, it'll come back here and then start breaking, ready for the butterfly event, so where is the change? The only change, like I say, is the actual rune designs are slightly different. Not to mention the shadow stones, obviously, but can we even call them shadow stones anymore when they don't turn you into a shadow? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Come up with a new name for them, because personally, I don't think shadow stones is quite fitting anymore. But honestly, I think Epic have got something planned with this game mode. Like, I think there's been an ulterior motive all along that links to Battle Royale. I'd be very surprised if it didn't, with the whole prevalence of the red colour featuring a lot during Battle Royale Chapter 6 Season 4. Over the last couple of months, we've had a very heavy red theme in both Battle Royale and OG, so it would make sense that there's a link. But I don't know, guys, do you think I'm just being crazy? It wouldn't be the first time. But anyway, you got your little whirlpool here. The whirlpool doesn't exactly lead anywhere yet. The purple cube does do what the original purple cube did, so if you shoot it, it will zap someone and deal damage and like knock them back. This one is not as friendly as the red one. The red one obviously rifted you, but the purple one is staying true to the original purple cube. Then up here, the Lake Island is true to the original as well, which is nice that Epic have done that. Because, honestly, I think some people didn't expect it. People were expecting a red cube island today, which evidently is not the case. So, watch this place. I mean, I will, if there's anything interesting, I will start doing shorts again. I know last season, or should I say last OG season, I was doing my red cube watch. So like, if I see any reason to do like cube island watch, I will do. Naturally, if not much is happening, then I won't. But stay tuned, folks, because I think a lot is coming in the whole game. And I don't think anyone is truly prepared for the extent of what Epic Games has planned. Particularly as we move into Chapter 7. Will OG continue? Will we get OG Season 7, or is this where it ends? Who knows? But until then, that was a little look at Fortnite OG Season 6, where things have gone from weird to now mildly perplexing. See you all in the next one.